Hi everybody, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas, and I am here at 4:30 today instead of 4 because I have been attending on tour online, and our last little video was at Clock Central. So I am so excited, a little bit overwhelmed by everything I have learned, and I can't wait to start sharing it all with you guys as we get pumped up for the new annual catalog that will be going live June 3rd. In the meantime, there are some last chance products that are retiring June 2nd unless they sell out before then. So I talked a lot about that on my blog. Head over to angelstamps.net and you'll get to see a post with my favorite retiring products. But I am going to create a card today with a couple of them. And you probably will want to try to get your hands on them before they retire, because we are using the stamp set and dies that are continuing into the new catalog for this month's featured online class. If you place an order of $50 or more in my store before tax and shipping, you will get access to the online class featuring Poppy something. I lost some. Oh, I'm no good at remembering things. Painted Poppies. And here are the labels, are the dies that go with them. I also got the Peaceful Moments stamp set as part of this mega suite. And these are all carrying over into the next annual catalog. I'm really excited for you guys to see what's coming. There will be swaps, or I will have shares. I will have both paper shares and an in-color share, and I will be posting information about those online very soon. Also, I will be having a virtual launch party the June 3rd through 6th. And your opportunity to order shares will end on June 6th as well. So, but in the meantime, I'm going to point you down at the project and let's get started crafting. I found the idea for this fun fold on Pinterest, and I have cut all the pieces, so we are going to see how that works out and how quickly we can get this done. I am going to put the video up on my computer so I can kind of see. Let me mute that. If any of you have any questions about the stuff. Oh, you can see, I can tell you can see my little tulips that I've punched out. So, well, hopefully they went away, but if not, doesn't matter. What I have so far, I have cut the card base. It's just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of ruby red Poppy Parade cardstock. And then I have a piece of the Painted Poppies Designer Series paper, which is one of the retiring items that's coming. It is cut at 4 by 5.25. And then our elements for the fun fold part of this card, I have a piece of Poppy Parade that is cut at 2.25 by, I'm not quite sure how long this is, but we're going to score it at 5.25 so that it will fold right over that. And then underneath it will be this piece of Whisper White cut 2 by 5.25. And on top of it will be this really gorgeous, I would say my favorite, of the designs of the Designer Series paper that is also cut at 2 by 5.25. So I'm going to put this all aside for now. We're going to do a little bit of stamping and some coloring. I've decided to make a sympathy card today, and so using Old Olive ink and the With Deepest Sympathy stamp, and then we're going to cut that out in a minute, but on our slip of Whisper White that we are putting on the inside, I am stamping a couple of sentiments at the top. Thinking of you with all my heart. And always remember. All right. The Poppy Elements is another thing that is on the last chance products list and will be retiring at least by June 2nd. And these, we are going to use a couple of them on this card. I think they're great. There are some that are just printed in color. There's some black elements, vellum, watercolor paper. I'm just going to glue these poppies down at the bottom of this white piece of cardstock. That's what we'll be putting on under the flap. So kind of the inside of the card. And now with my vellum poppies, I will be coloring on the back side of them with my Stampin' Up markers. I have Old Olive and Poppy Parade and Blackberry Bliss. We're just going to add some color. I don't think we need to trace every single line, and I'm not even sure how much of this color we're going to be able to see on the other side of the Old Olive. Let's take a peek. Oh yeah, there's enough that we know those are flower stems. And then I will be coloring in some of the poppies with either Poppy Parade or Blackberry Bliss. Both of those colors are on the Designer Series paper that I picked out. I love the coloring of the back of this vellum means that the details are even more pronounced. Now I'm going to get my die cutting machine. And we are going to use one of the painted label dies and cut out the With Deepest Sympathy. I'm going to want it closer to one side of the die than the other because I do have that vellum piece I plan to put on. Okay, and out the paper trimmer and use it to score our flap. Now I'm going to want to score this at 5 1/4. So I'm going to score it right there. Okay, my picture had frozen, but it's back on now, so I'm not sure what you missed. I have dropped my flowers that I just colored in. And I'm not seeing them immediately. I'm going to stop looking for them. And if I find them later, I will just add them to the card before I put the picture on my blog. So, first thing we're going to do is to fold the flap right where we scored it, and then it will be attached to the designer series paper. So I'm going to add the glue. And then let's slip this in. Fold it down. Then I will be gluing the white piece that we stamped and put the poppy element on earlier. Almost. See if I could slide it up. Alright, that's why I really do like the multi-purpose liquid glue. It gives you a minute before it sets. And I'm still going to just trim a little bit off the end. There we have it. And we will put the designer series paper on top. And I'm going to use some dimensionals to just pop that up. Just put a couple in the center. And pop it up here at the bottom. That way I can, when I find the vellum flowers, I can put them on either on the top or behind. I haven't decided yet. But it will be on my blog. And then I'm going to glue this to the cardstock base. And there we have our card for today with Deepest Sympathy. And then you flip up the flap and it says, "Thinking of you with all my heart, always remember." And you can write a little note. So there you have our card for today. And don't forget, if you want to have the Poppy Designer Series paper or the Poppy Elements, they are last chance items. and you want to get your hands on them sooner rather than later. And I will see you back here next Thursday when we'll be making a Christmas card using the poppies. Pop you back up for a second. I will see you all next week.